Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Lisa Palmer, Dr. Mama Bear, coming to you live on mold, moldy mold, green mold, black mold, um, valley fever mold, mold that grows in your shower, mold that grows on your food, your cold cuts. When your cold cuts get slimy, that's mold. Your fermented beverages, your cheeses, your prosciutto, your in your water bottles. I keep hearing about patients with water bottles that they don't wash their water bottles. When you don't wash your water bottles, the bacteria from your mouth go into the water bottle. You're growing bacteria in there. No, it's not just water. It is. So I've had patients tell me, "Oh, I just refill my water bottle for the gym, and I don't wash it." When you do that, when you drink the water bottle, the bacteria from your mouth get into the water bottle, the backwash, right? Food particles, whatever, bacteria grows, especially if you throw that water bottle in a hot car. Bacteria like the heat, they grow, and then also mold can grow. So you're drinking bacteria. Some people have colds, some people have a sore throat, some people have coughs because they're drinking out of disgusting water bottles. So the mold in your water bottle, the mold in your car, the mold from your leaky roof, the mold from the broken pipe, the mold from your wet basement, right? Tonight's live is on mold and the mycotoxins that come from the mold, right? And then how that affects the muscle of the heart called the myocardium. I'm Dr. Lisa Palmer, not Dr. Mama Bear. Let me know if you're there. Let me know if you've experienced the negative effects of mold, whether it came from your basement, your leaky roof after the hurricanes, your leak in your car. Oftentimes, the leak is repaired, but the damage from the mold goes unnoticed. Or the leak is not found and the damage from the mold perpetuates. Mold, unfortunately, is inflammatory. It inflames blood vessels. Dr. Jack Wolfson, the paleocardiologist, has linked mold to negative cardiovascular health, has linked mold to inflammation of the blood vessels. Unfortunately, the medical community does not recognize the negative effects of mold. And I'm not quite sure. I think that they don't study it. And I understand because as a doctor of chiropractic, I really didn't study mold very much. It was thousands and thousands and thousands of hours paid for, most oftentimes without any continuing education credits, that paid for by myself to learn more in the holistic healthcare space on mold, on parasites, on toxicities, on heavy metal poisoning, on chemicals, on those things. And so, mold is a real thing. Mold can increase hormones. Mold can cause excessive estrogen. So, increased estrogen can cause problems with premenstrual syndrome, can cause heavy, horrible periods, can cause infertility, can cause imbalanced hormones, can cause hot flashes. Oftentimes, mold goes unrecognized as a cause of imbalanced hormones, both in women and in men. Men with low testosterone could be due to increased estrogen and balancing that ratio. Mold in the cardiovascular system has actually been proven by journals in PubMed, um, shown to cause changes in the microbiome in the environment of the body, has shown to cause intestinal hyperpermeability, also known as leaky gut, has shown to cause decreased glutathione, has shown to cause inflammation in the body, pain, swelling, irritation, increased irritation of blood vessels, has caused oxidative stress, can cause endothelial dysfunction, LDL receptor dysfunction, apoptosis, also known as cellular death, can cause protein, RNA, DNA synthesis inhibition and mutations, can cause decreased nitric oxide production in the body, immunodysregulation, meaning the immune system is not working properly, can cause mitochondrial dysfunction, or the little powerhouses in the cell that help produce energy can cause them to not to work properly, making you tired, can cause problems with the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls every single system in your body, your respiratory system, your digestive system, your nervous system was part of the nervous system, your reproductive, every single system. Can cause coagulation problems, right? So you have problems with clotting of the blood, right? That is all can be caused to mycotoxins. Out of the Journal of Biochemistry, studies in the biochemistry of microorganisms, the molecular constitution of the metabolic products of penicillin brevide compactum, and related to species 2, mycophenolic acid. Okay, so mycotoxins shown to decrease immune system function. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jessica. If someone goes through an organ transplant, they're given something called CellCept. CellCept is made out of mycophenolate. Well, these are big biochemistry terms. Mycophenolate, and that is mold. That is mold, right? The side effects of mold that can be given can cause renal toxicity, which is toxic kidneys, can cause hypertension or high blood pressure due to mold, can cause problems with lipidemia, or high fats, increased risk of malignancy, also known as cancer, infection, neurological symptoms, gingival hyperplasia, so irritation of the gums in the mouth, and other issues, right, due to mold mycotoxins. Here is a study from the Biochem Biophys Acta from 1977, showing that that mold can have a negative effect in the electron transport chain. So that also makes energy. Let's see, more mold studies. So looking for mycotoxins can interfere with the actin protein. So actin is part of muscle tissue. Hey, Lisa. This is from the Internal Journal of Molecular Science in 2008. Again, you can find these journals in PubMed. And this is the growth in mycotoxin production by Chiotomin globosum is favored in a neutral pH. And this talks about how the actin protein, so again, the protein that is needed for muscle contraction, is negatively affected by mycotoxins. And oh, by the way, mycotoxins mold. And oh, by the way, actin is in muscle tissue, and your heart is made out of what? Muscle tissue. So mold has a negative effect on muscle. Mycotoxins can decrease glutathione. And so if the mycotoxin decreases your glutathione, there is a relationship. So this is the Hisamaya study. So this was done, it looks like in Japan, according to the names, the American Heart Association Journal. And there's a relationship between plasma glutathione levels and cardiovascular disease in a defined population. So it goes on and on and on and on as far as the negative effects of mold and mycotoxins in the cardiovascular disease, which doesn't just stop in the heart. Mold can also get into the lungs and cause cysts in the lungs. Mold can negatively affect hormonal levels and cause imbalanced female hormones, imbalanced male hormone levels, can destroy the actin in the myocardium, in the cardiac muscle of the heart. It is bad stuff. I encourage you, if you are having hormonal issues, if you are having cardiovascular issues, and your medical doctors are having trouble controlling your blood pressure, they're having trouble balancing your hormones, they're having trouble trying to figure out the cause. At our office, we do something that's called quantum nutrition testing. It does not diagnose, it does not treat, it does not cure. It is not accepted by the FDA. It is not accepted by health insurance. It is not accepted by Medicare. But what it does help us do as practitioners is it does help us identify the cause, helps us look for, is it due to mold? And is that mold located in your current house? Is that mold located in your current place of work? Is that mold located in your car? And is mold or chemicals or metals or other products, other problems causing you to experience symptoms? Symptoms is your body's check engine light saying, hey, hey, something's wrong over here, whether it is heart palpitations, whether it is a racing heart, whether it is irregular beats, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, fainting, chest pain, whatever it is. Now, obviously, if it is a medical emergency and you are wondering if you should call 911, you should call 911 because emergency medicine is amazing and can save your life. But if we're looking for a cause and the standard medical tests are having a difficult time finding the cause, then I highly, highly encourage you to contact someone who does quantum nutrition testing, like myself at Palmer Natural Health, like some of our colleagues from all over the United States, to help you rebalance the body with whole food supplementation, rebalance the body with technology and products like cell core biosciences, rebalance the body with homeopathics like energetics. These products do not cure, do not treat, do not diagnose, but rather help the body rebalance itself with its own ability to heal and help us locate the cause. Hey, Carol. Hey, Jessica. Thank you, Jessica. I do think my team is amazing too. Robin says, was mold tested? Yes. So mold was found. So some of you guys know my father's story. If you didn't hear it, you can go to the last Facebook Live from last week when I talked more about that. But yeah, mold is definitely a problem. And the data that I was just reading came from Dr. Jack Wolfson's presentation at Eco Biosciences um, conference, I guess is the best way of saying that we just attended in Boise, Idaho. But anybody can go to PubMed. You can research mycotoxins and cardiovascular disease, and you will see many, many journal articles that come up. When my father was having issues and we had determined that mold was part of the puzzle, we brought that to the emergency room physician and he did not want to hear that all. I had mentioned it to the cardiologist and they didn't want to hear that at all. And the problem is when it comes to the standard of care in the medical space, the awesome docs, so some of you guys think because I'm in the holistic space that I don't like medical doctors and I don't like nurses. That is not true. I appreciate medical doctors. A emergency surgeon saved my life. I was an emergency C-section as a baby. These emergency docs saved my father's life. When conditions went south. And so I'm very, very thankful for the medical profession. And just like the chiropractic profession, we are both professions are very ignorant on the negative effects of mold. Both professions are very ignorant in the negative effects of parasites. Both professions are very ignorant in chemical and metal toxicity. I would like to say my profession as a doctor of chiropractic is more open to some of these, but there are some of my colleagues that do not study this at all. Um, in the quantum nutrition testing space, we do study mold. We do study parasites. We do study chemicals. We do study metals. And I was just teaching in the academy tonight as a holistic provider, as any provider, I believe it is very, very crucial to continue to learn and to continue to study and to continue to collaborate with colleagues on how to handle certain conditions of the human body. Kim says, hi, Dr. Mama Bear. Happy to hear your daddy is doing well. Grateful for your care. Feeling stronger, more balanced sleep. Good job, Kim. Hi, Jamie. Robin says, you helped Julie so much with the mold. Yeah. So mold, I mean, after the last hurricanes and it's raining, those of you that are in Central Florida, it is raining like crazy right now. Mold is such a problem. But I was just in Boise and Boise is crazy dry. And there's a debate against humidity and dryness. Anywhere located in the United States and around the world can have problems with mold. And unfortunately, the hotel room that I was in tested for mold. And this is pretty gross. This was a nice Hilton, tested for mold in the headboard. And so I was getting congested. I'm like, why am I congested? And Renee tested me and I was testing for mold. And then I took it a step further and tried to figure out where it was. and I tested for the headbird in the bed I was sleeping in. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And now that I'm home, the congestion is drying up, which is great because I'm taking products to handle the mold. But what a mess. What a mess. So if we can help you, if you need help, because you have symptoms that no one understands. You have symptoms that no one can explain on a blood test, or maybe they can, and they just don't have a solution. Please reach out to us at Palmer Natural Health. I would love to help you. Um, in the past, we've done a Mama Bear Challenge where I take a group of mamas that want to learn more in the natural healthcare space. And so very soon, I'll be starting a 5-day completely free Mama Bear Challenge where we go over natural health care for mamas, natural health care for babies, for kids, how to have a healthy family. So that if that interests you, just say this interests me, Mama Bear Challenge in the comments, and keep an eye out for on my page for starting that group up, free group, starting it up for a 5-day Mama Bear Challenge. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, that's what I want to talk about today. Mold is a real thing. Mold causes problems in the body, including in the cardiovascular system and in the lungs and in other parts. If you think you're having a problem with mold, please reach out to us. Good night, everyone. Dr. Mama Bear wishing you guys an awesome night. Bye, everyone.